Hello and welcome to episode 92 of What If Civilization Started Over. About to get into it. So last episode we saw many things happen, including a few unifications in Africa, this thing, and a couple other things around the world, such as this Chinese war thing, the northern island of New Zealand sinking, South America is fully united now, and also, this is what the Caribbean looks like. Let's start over here with something I forgot last video. So, if you noticed, I forgot an event, and that was the yellow team's invasion of the red team. So I brought the red team back, and now the yellow team is going to be invading the red team. And, well, the red team, they're getting invaded very quickly as they lose their capital. And eventually, when we look at this peace treaty, we can see that the red team is gone, fully annexed. And the red team is off of the world map. Yeah. Let's go to the Congo forest fires, as this pink country is having some issues pushing back the Congo forest fires. Do you know why? Because a giant meteor just hit their capital region. And because of this, they're forced to move their capital, and they are going to move it all the way down here. And because of this, they have to send a lot of their forces back. So the water that is being sprayed here isn't being sprayed. As, these forest fires are greatly, just burning down lots of forests over here in this country specifically. As they aren't even really trying to stop it, as they have other issues to worry about. And that is not so great. But this great country here is going to be able to push back the fires over here, and also make a small pushback here. Yeah. Time to go on the Alliance layer now. As you can see, I've changed the alliances a little bit. This country is going to change its side. It's going to change its sides. Yeah. As they join the Square Alliance. They do not like the Romans for what they're doing. Now that they realize that they just literally did this. And now, that's something. As the entire Mediterranean is being drained now. Not just the western half. And countries are, worried about it. Yeah. Time to look at our daily Mediterranean draining. Let's see what has been drained, because at this point, all of this area here is what's being drained. Not just this. So let's see what gets drained. And these are the areas that get drained. So the entire western Mediterranean is fully drained, as Rome claims all of this land. And a lot of other areas are drained, like these areas here and these areas here. Yeah. But because of this, more countries are going to be joining the Square Alliance, such as this country, the Red country, and the Egyptians will both be joining the Square Alliance, as they do not like the Romans for what they're doing. And even this country is going to join as well. But other countries are going to get persuaded by the Romans to join their alliance, such as this country and even this country, as the Middle East is fully divided by these alliances now. Yeah. And time to look at this unification thing here, as two more countries are going to be joining it. As these two countries will join this Western African unification in order to, unite West Africa. Yeah. And when we look at Madagascar, Madagascar's been divided for a while, but they are going to decide now it's the right time to unite once again. Madagascar is, they just unite again, as they believe that, they do not like what the Romans are doing, so they reunite and destroy this thing that is literally useless. And also, this little thing that is also useless is also destroyed. Yeah. Time to go to Brown China, as the Brown Chinese country has been, last episode, they had some, things go on here. They're trying to reform China. And how are they going to do that? The next thing they're going to do to try to reform China is invade this country, as they quickly send their troops over into it, as they will be mainly sending them down south towards the capital in Taiwan. As this country, some kind people in this country are also supportive of the brown Chinese country, so this thing is going to fall pretty quickly. But they do have some trouble invading Taiwan. And some countries aren't really liking the idea of bringing back China. And when Taiwan is taken, we can look at the peace treaty for this, which is going to be pretty simple, as the brown Chinese country annexes this. But an alliance is going to be made against these Chinese. What shape to use? How about diamond? As well, this orange country is going to be the country to form this alliance, as this country and these areas are going to be joining this coalition against China. Yeah, the slime country is pretty supportive of the Chinese ideals, or the brown Chinese ideals specifically. Yeah. When going over to America, we can see something pretty big happening. Because countries are feeling like maybe we should do something. America specifically. Countries want to bring back America over here. America was once a great empire, and they want to bring this unity back in order to, fight against the Romans. Everybody's against the Romans, apparently. But this country is going to be the original one to bring up the idea to reunite America. And they propose to this blue country that they should join this unification as well. So they do, and, the capital is moved to New York, as that is the historical capital of, America in this universe at least. As the blue, yeah. And it's also going to be proposed to all the American, countries that were once American themselves. So all of these countries here have proposed, but a lot of them are thinking about it, but two of them decide to join it as they believe that they have the same ideals. As these two countries will be joining this American unification. America is back on the map of the world. Yeah. And very quickly, the Americans, if I can get the colors, will be deciding to join the Square Alliance, as they believe that Rome just shouldn't do this. Yeah. But also, the Roman Alliance is also going to get more members, specifically countries that have gained land from the draining of the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah. As these countries join it. And this country is thinking about joining the cause, so they join the Square Alliance as well. Let's make it more square. Yeah. But these three countries that are in the Roman Alliance will be leaving the Star Union thing. Yeah. They leave. That's pretty big. As they want to be independent. Yeah. Time to go to South America, or just right down here, because the South American country is invading the Central American country. They have a goal in mind to unite all of North America under them. They've already united South America, and this thing is working. Yeah, it's working out for them. Well, even despite the ethnic differences, there's many ethnicities here, blue team ethnicity up in the north, the yellow team ethnicity somewhere down here in this area, some red team ethnicity here, and Yemenis here. It's very kind of divided, but works. But these area guys will be invading the Central American country, which is peace treaty. Why did I mention ethnicities when I didn't really need to? I don't know, but they're gone. And now the South Americans are going to decide to develop a new sort of way, a way that unites the people. They're already a democracy, and this is one of the most stable and least corrupt countries in the world. As they develop a new government, it's they call Unitarianism. Definitely not. Definitely not for me to pose Wixo. Definitely not. Definitely not inspired. they basically make it so, like, they're united. But they do leave this economical alliance and form a new one. This economical alliance, what shape to use now? Have we used triangle? No, we don't have a triangle. We haven't had a triangle on here in a while, so triangle economical alliance. Yeah, that should work out pretty well. And some countries who believe in what Brazil's doing are going to join it, such as this unification here, and also this one here. Yeah, but this one is going to, well, the capital of this economical alliance, the one for at least this country, is right here. So if the fires destroy this, they basically leave the alliance. Not kind of. But the fires are so bad, and this country is unable to fight against them. They can't. They'll almost, they basically lose their entire northern half, and don't leave the alliance, but kind of do, as they do value this thing a bit more. And now that they've got their government situated, they are going to actually start pushing back against these forest fires, as they will be greatly just going in. But the forest fires are starting to get close to the capital of this country. Oh, did I forget to remove that? Yeah. As these forest fires will be going ahead and taking the capital and reaching and burning down the capital of this country. And this country is going to be forced to move their capital somewhere else. But they won't be moving the capital anywhere, as they decide that they can't really move it anywhere, so they just join this unification. And this unification is going to be doing pretty well against the fires, as they will be able to not do that, but they will be able to do that. And the fires are, being pushed back to just the Congolese area. But Congo forest fires continue to, just spread, and specifically over in this green country, as they are unable, with a lot of instability, are just going to... Why is this area green? I don't know, but, I don't know what to say for this, but let's just say it's joins this country. Yeah, that's common nowadays, so let's go with it. But this thing is going to be losing its capital of its country. And this thing is just going to collapse. And it loses, it just doesn't have a government. It basically just gets destroyed, as the fires will continue to spread themselves throughout the entirety of this country. And, this thing is going to have occupational forces going into it, like forces from this country, and even this country will all be going into it in order to, occupy this territory. But the fires are still powerful, and they're able to continue pushing. The fires are spreading. But who knows if this Western African unification thing might work out. Yeah. But something to note, that this country here is going to be joining an alliance. Or really, we already kind of have the shape for it, but they will join the Roman alliance. Yeah, that's something. And time to look at some islands here as well. Some islands, because of this draining thing, are sinking in this region. This whole, all these islands here are gone. They just disappear off the map. And this is going to persuade more countries to possibly want to join the Russian alliance. That is going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of What If Civilization Started Over. See you in the next episode, and bye!